You've probably been in this exact situation. A child runs up to you, beaming, holding a fresh crayon drawing, and you instantly tell them how amazing it is. They smile. But watch what happens next. The smile quickly fades. The joy seems to drain right out of them. We live in a culture that showers kids with applause, gold stars, and constant validation. Yet teachers and developmental psychologists consistently observe the same pattern. Heavily praised children frequently give up the moment a task gets slightly difficult. It feels incredibly counterintuitive. We're offering positive reinforcement to build their confidence, but somehow we're building fragility. By constantly applying an external reward to their behavior, well-intentioned parents and teachers are accidentally short-circuiting a child's natural internal drive to learn and explore. To find the scientific root of this sudden drop in motivation, we have to look back at a landmark psychological experiment conducted at Stanford University in 1973. This paper details Lepper, Green, and Nisbet observing nursery school children with a deep natural interest in magic markers. To test how rewards affect this, one group drew to win a Good Player Award with a gold star, while a control group expected nothing. This table shows the precise results, and the drop is stark. Children who expected the award chose to spend only about 8.5% of their free time drawing. The no-award control group spent nearly double that time on the same activity. Psychologists call this the over-justification effect. When an expected external incentive, like a prize or money, is attached to a task, it actively crowds out a person's pre-existing intrinsic motivation to do it. If a child starts believing they are only drawing to get a sticker, they no longer view the drawing as an end in itself. The second the sticker is no longer offered, the desire to perform the task vanishes. Tangible prizes like stickers or money are only part of the equation. The everyday words we use can act exactly like monetary contracts if we deploy them the wrong way. Developmental experts categorize praise into two distinct types. There is person praise, which evaluates an innate trait, like telling a child, "You're so smart." Then there is process praise, which highlights effort, strategy, and action, like saying, "You worked really hard on that." Researchers, including those from Stanford and the University of Chicago, wanted to see how these two types of praise shape development over time. They videotaped how parents spoke to their toddlers at home, and then followed up with those exact same children 5 years later. The data revealed a clear divergence. Children who received high amounts of person praise actively avoided challenging tasks when they were older. They didn't want to risk making a mistake. The mechanics are quite logical. If you teach a child their value is tied to a fixed trait like being smart, they naturally conclude that any struggle is proof they are dumb, so they quit to protect their identity. Praising a child's identity to boost their self-esteem ironically creates a paralyzing fear of failure, severely stunting their ability to overcome setbacks. A helpful way to think about this dynamic is to imagine validation as a physical spotlight. When you use traditional praise, saying things like, "I am so proud of you," or "I love what you did," you are keeping the spotlight entirely on your own judgment. The child becomes an approval junkie, and the second you leave the room, you take the spotlight and their motivation with you. The tactical solution is to change your vocabulary from evaluative statements to neutral, observational ones. Instead of saying, "I like your drawing," you shift to, "I notice you used a lot of blue." You can dig deeper by asking them to explain their strategy. Prompt them with, "Tell me how you figured that out," or acknowledge their persistence by saying, "That was a really hard puzzle, but you stuck with it." This simple shift in language transfers the spotlight of validation from your approval back into the child's own mind. It removes external judgment and invites them to evaluate their own work. Over time, this daily encouragement yields a profound result. Children come to realize that success isn't an innate, fixed gift they either have or lack. It is a process they control through their own effort. With an internal locus of control, a child encountering an obstacle doesn't see a threat to their intelligence. They just see a puzzle. The goal of parenting or teaching isn't to create someone who relies on constant applause to function. It's to help them find value in the work itself. By focusing our words on the process instead of praising the person, we stop inadvertently crushing their curiosity. We leave them with an unstoppable, self-sustaining drive that they carry with them for the rest of their lives.